Hey everyone, we're back at FIA BOCA. I'm joined now by Guy Melamed, who is CEO of Exberry. Guy, welcome. Thanks for taking the time to speak with us.
Thank you, Nikolai. Thank you for having me. My pleasure.
Thanks. So Exberry says it's the only cloud-native exchange platform on the market today. Can you offer some insights into the advantages of moving exchanges and marketplaces to the cloud?
Definitely. So Exberry being a cloud-native solution capable of running trading in the cloud offers actually clients and partners a lot of advantages. Several would be accessibility to new markets, okay, so being able to scale up and scale down, so cost effectiveness. Today we're capable of saving, I would say, 40 to 60% of your total cost of ownership once running your operation and you're trading in the cloud. Security, which is something that is one of the most important things for our clients. So enjoying, I would say, the cloud security is giving a high comfort zone for the clients once they understand, and the paradigm shift makes the journey, I would say. Time to market is crucial. So you enjoy launching new markets in time frame which is unknown in our industry. So take all those and several other components makes a major difference. For our clients looking at existing markets, transitioning existing markets to next generation cloud technology on the one hand, but also launching new markets.
That's great. You mentioned security, right? That's an ongoing topic at this expo as well, because there was recently a cyber incident with a major trading firm, as you may have heard. I guess my question is, since you're the expert, what are the implications for doing business in the cloud from a cybersecurity perspective, and also like from a speed perspective? When I think of trading, I think of things like latency, right, and things like that. Can you speak a little bit more?
So I'll start with the latter, and then I'll go back to security. From a performance point of view, the fact that we're cloud native, we can support, and we are supporting today, high frequency, low latency markets, and the results that we achieve in the cloud are faster and more stable sometimes than on-prem solutions. So that is pretty exciting. On the security side, I think when you run your own servers and you have your own people take care of security, you need to run a serious operation. When you speak of security in cloud providing companies or in the cloud, you got to understand that there's a state-of-the-art, top-notch security people are taking care of your security continuously, and we naturally, as Exberry, we support those efforts as well. Once you understand the layout and the guidelines of those securities, we are definitely not worried and even much more comfortable with the security guidelines and elements than a normal on-prem security, I would say, protection environment.
I see. And I'm just wondering, from a technology standpoint, when I look at trading in international markets that a lot of buy-side firms do, right? We're talking about, they have servers located in London, then you have a server in New Jersey, if it's the United States, and then you have Germany, Asia, and things like that. Do these servers need to physically be close to or located to these Equinox is a company that hosts some of these servers where the actual trading or settlement
definitely. So we're working with cloud providers, and they're naturally it has also to do with regulatory environments as well. The data center needs to be in most of the leading regulated environments in the same country. So naturally we'll launch an environment in that specific country, and then there are other implications that need to be taken into consideration here. But definitely, that's the thing, the flexibility of launching a market, a new location, without taking the real estate, buying the servers, update the hardware, choose the right hardware, design the right hardware, etc., etc. And here it's basically we we were also offering everything as a SaaS, so everything is managed service. So we manage the tech, we manage the monitoring, the upgrades, the changes, the security. So that's why I say when it's a paradigm shift. And as to the locations themselves, take AWS for example, they've got locations in most of the countries. So once you launch something in Singapore, your exchange will run in a Singapore location or in London or whatever location it would be.
You mentioned AWS.
Correct.
I believe in June of last year, you got AWS certification and also became an AWS partner.
Correct.
I wanted to know, what does this certification and partnership mean for your customers?
So that's a great question. So first of all, our tech and our performance and stability has been over and over tested and vetted by AWS. First of all, it helps our clients to feel more comfort and understand that we are a reliable partner to manage and run the tech for those exchanges. And this is, also our relationship working with AWS on next generation hardware. How do we deploy? How do we manage the service? How do we launch the service? We give the feedback back. We give the feedback also to AWS if we see things that need also. So we're closer also to AWS to reflect and redirect those questions also back there. I think it's an important reassurance for our clients, and it's definitely a reciprocal relation between AWS, us, and the clients themselves.
So you mentioned the different regions. AWS is obviously global. In terms of your clients or potential clients, and really maybe some of the discussions you've had here at FIA, what are the regions you are seeing in terms of driving the demand for setting up basically trading services? Is it Latin America? Is it Asia?
In the cloud?
Yes. Is it Asia? Is it Latin America?
So I have to say, if you look into research, everyone speaks about 2027, 2028, but the move is out there. It's happening, and it's happening much faster than anyone thinks.
Predicted,
Yeah, definitely. So we see today we launch markets in APAC, and we launch markets in Europe, and we launch markets in the States, and we launch markets in South America.
In South America as well, yeah.
As well, and we launch markets in the Middle East as well. So it's happening all over.
Sure.
I think the question would be here, what kind of markets are being launched? And that is a question of having the right cloud strategy, because everyone will have a cloud strategy pretty soon, and not only for data. It will be also for the trading and eventually for all your markets. And there are contingencies and understanding for everything, for disaster recovery, for cybersecurity, etc., etc.
Sure.
This is something that comes as a package from our services. What we'll see is, I believe, we'll see new markets being implemented in the cloud, and slowly we'll see the move into main markets pretty soon, and that's pretty exciting in all locations, definitely.
Great. I know that Exberry, you have a certain different sort of names for parts of your offering. Can we go a little bit in depth into some of those and kind of explain what each one does?
Sure. So basically, in high level, as mentioned, we created a cloud-native solution. So our architecture basically can run multi-cloud, can run on-prem as well. By the way, you mentioned some of our clients. We run a cloud implementation next to an on-prem implementation to show the saving of the cost, the reliability, the downtime, etc., etc. And then within a year, everyone is convinced the move to the cloud is straightened up. So again, we understand our clients and we understand their needs. As to the offering, we've got our matching and trading engine, which is asset agnostic, cloud agnostic, blockchain agnostic if you need blockchain. So for those that need decentralized ledgers, can use our centralized central limit order book. So that is also done on that. That's one thing. The second part would be an end-to-end exchange infrastructure, including other components, all the way through white label UI. So basically, in the push of a button, you can launch your exchange in matter of minutes, including implementation with your own UI, both for web and for mobile.
I see.
We've got our offering for the world of banks as well. And then everything we've built in Exberry, without going into too many technical details, is highly modular. So basically you can mix and match many of the components we built. Important to make a notion that we have a very broad network of partners that you can have them implement and use our APIs, so everything is open. We come with a paradigm shift to this market. So not only our partners are welcome, but if you want to bring your own new partner, within a day or two they'll be integrated and we'll get them up and running.
So in other words, the white label solution exists as well. In other words, if I want to have sub accounts, not sub accounts, but basically white label my offering that runs on Exberry to someone else, not a problem.
If it wasn't clear, it's a white label solution. It's a white label solution, but again, we're partnering up with our clients, and that's how we like to see things. You know, we are the partners to work together with you to manage your tech. You manage the market, and that is the model that I think is first highly innovative, but proves itself not only as cost saver but as highly flexible and helps you touch the market very fast and deliver next generation products or traditional products wrapped in a very let's say new wrapping and new tech that would change the way you've managed your market up to date.
The ESG space is dubbed as the next big thing. It's definitely a topic of discussion amongst the market participants here. What is Exberry working on in this regard, as you know these markets become more and more popular? So
it's a great question. Last year we've released our offering for carbon and ESG solutions. Since our tech is asset agnostic, definitely carbon and ESG are important instruments in our platform, and that's why we offer also a blockchain-based solution for those that want to do delivery and use blockchain for carbon as well. But we're doing it both centralized and decentralized. We totally believe in this market. We're there from day one. It'll take time for this market to ramp up. We do believe in the regulatory, in the right regulatory environment for ESG and carbon markets. We're definitely playing in that field as well.
Last question. I'm just wondering: are there any disadvantages to the cloud? It's not a new technology.
No, it's not.
And like you mentioned 2027, 2028. I mean, it's the adoption is coming. It's there.
It's there.
People are doing it.
It's happening.
Are there any disadvantages that you can think of, and those that Exberry knows or anticipates and knows that they will have solutions for in the future?
Of course. First of all, we work together with our clients, and for our clients, we're an independent vendor, and that's a game changer in how we do things. As for disadvantages, I can think of one.
Okay.
And the one that I would think of, I would say, is the fact that if you build your own data center right now, and we'll need to buy our hardware, we'll design our hardware. Okay, and you can design it for specific needs and very specific requirements, and then we'll build it together. It'll cost us millions of dollars, and then we'll need to maintain it. It'll cost us another millions of dollars, et cetera, et cetera. So that is the only disadvantage when you look at it. You need to use the existing hardware that the cloud providers are supplying. I don't see any issue with that. Frankly, but that is a disadvantage for those that want to build their own hardware specifications. Here you will need to align to the offering that is out there. Again, AWS has an amazing offering of hardware. Depends on your requirements, your data sensitivity, your security sensitivity, etc., etc. And these are things that we're working together there. But you'll see it also on the other cloud provider, GCP as well, Azure. These are things we take under consideration. That might be that might be a disadvantage for those that really want to design their hardware till the last.
I see. It seems like that approach is not very scalable at all. You know,
I don't think it's scalable, but the world works on that.
Well, I mean, but it seems very, very outdated because, like you said, it's the costs and the time to market is so long, right?
Yeah, but that is clear for you. If you're running a market for 30 years in the same way, change
in that sense, yeah, it's very difficult to convince.
That's why we help our customers. We help them build their cloud strategy. It's not only helping managing their tech, but it's basically help them make the paradigm shift and make the change. Because once they make it,
they open their eyes to all these new opportunities.
They open their eyes and they see the change. They see the change in their manpower and the people that they attract suddenly, the business that they attract, the business that they can test back and forth. You know, they can touch the market so fast with something that they wasn't able before.
Gotcha. Yeah. Well, Guy, thanks for taking the time to speak with us. Exberry, very exciting company. We're glad that we got a chance to meet you.
Thank you, my pleasure.
Good luck the rest of the way at the conference. We hope to see you soon.
Thank you, Nikolai.
Thank you.
Pleasure. Thank you very much.